Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. Good afternoon, and welcome to Game 1 of the Las Vegas Ice Center Invitational Tournament, where the Gales will be playing the Utah Dawgs. Gales should be wearing their dark jerseys. This is Game 1 for the weekend. Second game will be tomorrow. Against PSD, and game Sunday morning against the Tri-Valley Blue Devils. Check the channel for game times, as all the games will be live streamed. Game 3 may be a little delayed on the streaming side. I'll do my best to get here as soon as possible. Sunday morning. Gales getting ready to take the ice. Gales coming off a solid weekend out in Anaheim with 2 wins. Pacific Ridge and Capistrano United. So this game is not affiliated with the Anaheim Ducks High School Hockey League. However, in that league, Gales are currently second place in Division 3. All right. Getting ready to kick off the game here in about 2.5 minutes. Gales mostly full force. I believe Kincaid is the only. They're not skating this afternoon. All right. Getting ready to call out your starting lineups. For the Gales, Cash Creel, 22. Cash Johnson, number 13. Number 3, Tyler Martin. 16, Matt Miller. And Cash Critton, number 7. And Kelly in net, number 17. All right, getting ready to kick off first period. Playing 3 15-minute periods for this tournament. Tritton in at center. Johnson to his left. Creel to the right. Money line intact. Tritton chips it up to Johnson. Johnson and Creel battling together. Comes back out to Martin. Martin sends it out to Miller. Miller out to Johnson. Johnson fishes it up. And Tritton and Creel are in pursuit. Puck comes out to Martin. Martin battling, pushing it back up. Loses it at the blue line. Johnson sends it across. Tritton's going to get there on the forecheck. Sends it around. Dawgs come away with it. Hard hit by Johnson. Martin digging along the boards. Couldn't hold on to it. Comes back up neutral zone. Miller sends it back in. And Tritton sends it back out to Baldy. Baldy to Davis. Davis sends it in. It's on net. Break out, and no one there. It's going to go to the neutral zone. O'Hara has it. Going to walk it up himself as the Dogs win for a change. Shot. Loose out front. Dunnigan gets a shot off. Couldn't land it. Jennings working back behind the goal line. Sends it back out to the blue line to O'Hara. O'Hara. Shot. Hits Davis. Davis is screening. Jennings working in the corner. Sends back out to Davis. Davis shot on net. Flips up. Goalie able to snatch that out of the air. Defense coming off. Forwards coming off. Swanson, Crochet, and Marsh with Posner and Evan Davis in at the blue line. Gales win it. Sends it Posner. Posner to Davis. Davis shot. Loose out front. And puck gets sent back behind the goal line. They send her on the boards, but Posner's there. Walks it up and shot wide of the net, back behind the goal line. Marsh fishes it out to Evan Davis at the blue line. Shot. Hits a player and goes wide. Posner pinches in, working down along the corner. Out to Swanson. Swanson sends it back. Posner says, "You're not done." Comes back to Crochet, who's playing at defense right now. Shot goes all the way to the goalie. Sends it wide. Comes back up to Posner. Posner angles it. Couldn't hold on to it, and it's a forecheck the other direction. Breakaway. Kelly sends it wide. Marsh goes in for a hit, and the Dogs get it in the zone, but it comes back out. Swanson in pursuit. He's got it. He's got a clear line to the goalie. Shot. Pansick and Berta in with Martin and Miller. Gales win it back to Martin. Martin shot. Didn't get enough on it. Went a little wide. Martin winds up again. Dingles around. Trying to feed it up towards the net. Backhand shot by... You can see the number here. Schberta. Schberta brings the Gales up 1-0 with 12 minutes remaining in the period. Baldy for defense, a much welcome addition. Return. Puck is sent into the Gale zone. And Stepancic on the assist. Stepancic comes away with it, fishes it around. Shooting now. He's got the speed. Shot. Goal. Shirton makes it 2-0. 11:35 remaining. Fresh forwards coming out. It's like we got Colin Davis, Cash Creel, and Cash Johnson, O'Hara, and Baldy at the blue line. Davis wins it back to O'Hara, who fishes it up. Comes back to Davis, couldn't hold on to it, and Baldy has it back in the defensive zone. Feeds it out to Creel. Creel sends it into the zone. He's got Johnson with him. Creel getting hit. Puck comes back out into the neutral zone. Tries feeding it up. Couldn't. Kelly stops it for Baldy. Baldy sends it out to Cash Johnson. Cash Johnson on the forecheck. Sends it in. No icing. Creel's going to get there first. Working back behind the goal. Puck's loose. Behind the net. Creel couldn't hit Davis. He had a stick lift. And puck's going the other direction. Baldy's got it. And fishes it back up to Johnson. Johnson, Davis, and Creel all working 3-on-2. Johnson battling. Shot short side. And puck is loose. And we're going to call it dead. Jennings, Marsh, and Dunnigan in for your offense. Posner and Evan Davis on defense. Gales win it. Go to Posner. Posner. Shot by Posner. Hits the skate of Jennings and hits the post but wide. Hard reverse check by Jennings. Open ice. Puck comes back to Evan Davis. Evan Davis able to hold along the boards. And Marsh and Jennings are now in pursuit. Dawgs send it around the boards. Posner couldn't hold it. Marsh in a foot race. That one. 9:54 remaining in the first period. Shots on net. 9-1 in favor of the Gales. Gales up 2-0. Tritton into the faceoff. Got Swanson and Boucher with him as well. Martin and Miller. Martin getting some shots off. Tritton shot. Goal. There's a 4-0. Sorry, 3-0. Tritton into the faceoff. Yells, poke check it into the zone. Crochet battling to get in there. Swanson comes away with it. Shot. Short side goes wide. Miller hits a dog player's stick. Comes back around. Martin pitches up. Keeps it in the zone. Dingles around through the center. Gets hit in the faceoff circle. Doesn't drop though. Tritton battling. Tritton able to send it back to Swanson back behind the net. Crochet from the other side. Tritton picks up in the corner. Couldn't pick it up. It's up to Martin. Martin battling. Couldn't come away with it. And it's going back the other direction. Puck loose in the neutral zone. Dogs are going to bring it in during a change. Berta, Stepancic, and Tritton in. Martin and Miller still battling on defense. Stepancic dingles it around. Bouncing puck. Just out of reach of Miller, sorry. Miss pass. Martin hit. Davis sends it around the boards to Zupancic. Zupancic shovels it up to Schuberta. Bouncing puck. Puck coming back the other direction. Baldy in, sends it around the boards. Stick lift. And puck comes back in again. Thought about being icing, but it was not. That should be, and it is, and offsides. 7:27 remaining in the first period. Shots on net 11-1 in favor of the Gales, who are up 3-0. Marsh, Johnson, and Creel, O'Hara, and Baldy. Gales regroup in their zone, fish it out to Creel. Creel in the forecheck. Poke checks it in. Got it back behind the goal line. Marsh. This comes back out to O'Hara. O'Hara shot over the net. Force. Luke slashing. It's like Cash Johnson will head to the box for 2 minutes as the Gales go on the first penalty kill of the game. Tritton and Dunnigan for the penalty kill. Gales win the face-off in the circle. Loose out front along the goal line. Gales still hold on to it, chip it up and out. No icing. Dunnigan is going to beat him to the puck. Battling along the boards. Tries to hold it, gets hit from behind, and we're going to be at 4-on-4 now. Roughing on the Dawgs. 20 seconds in. Do a bit of a line change here. Colin Davis, and Jennings coming in for the 4-on-4 with Posner and Evan Davis at the blue line. Face off in the Gales' offensive zone. Davis into the face-off. Davis sends it back to Posner. Posner walks it around. Shot. And there's another penalty on the Dawgs. Kelly comes out. Gales are going to have an extra player here. Davis working back behind the net. Sends it back out to Posner. Gales have one extra player. Shot. Tipped down. And they're going to call it dead. All right. Going to be 4-on-3 for a bit. So Davis and Jennings are going to stay on. Martin and Miller coming in for the 4-on-3. Jennings shot, and goalie's able to stop that one. Davis wins it back to Jennings. Jennings out to Martin. Martin winds up. Shot. It's a stick and goes up and over. Gales getting the face-off wins and the shots, but not finding the net. Davis in for the face-off. Dawgs win that one. Comes around the boards. Martin's going to pinch up to hold on to it, and does. Puck's loose. Martin has it. Shot. Stick on stick. Couldn't get a clean shot off. Goes out to Jennings. Jennings now working in the corner. Comes back out to Miller. Miller shot. Post. Up. Thought it hit the netting, but didn't. Jennings. After Miller. Miller shot. Loose in front. Davis couldn't get a shot off. Jennings sends it back over. Comes back out to Davis. Davis feeds it back out to the blue line to Martin. Martin gets pinched. Holds on to it, though. Feeds it up. Jennings comes off. Davis on the forecheck. Davis gets a stick on it. Comes away with it. Feeds it up towards the net. Comes off for a change. Boucher in, working along the corner. Marsh comes in. All right, Gale's back to full strength. 15 seconds of 5-on-3. Comes back out to Marsh. Marsh trying to hit Martin. Martin sends it across to Matt Miller. Matt Miller feeds it up into the zone, and Couchet's going to get there. That was a slash. Three for 13 seconds. The Dawgs have another penalty for slashing. 4:28 remaining in the first period. Tritton, Gibberta, Zupancic, Baldy, and O'Hara at the blue line. Gales win the face-off. Gibberta speeds it back to O'Hara. O'Hara sends it out to Baldy, just wide of the net. Puck fed back around to Zupancic. Tritton off the post. 5-on-4 now. O'Hara holding the blue line, walks it up. Poke checked off the stick, keeps it, and fishes it back up into the corner. Tritton loose in front. Gibberta tried to get a shot off, couldn't. Turns around, tries to get a shot off, but it goes wide. Tritton with a shot out into the corner. Gibberta now feeds it out front. Tritton, shot, saves. Out to Baldy. Baldy feeds it back up and around the boards. Zupancic works back behind the goal line. 1:06 remaining in the 5-on-4 power play. Gibberta feeds it back out to Zupancic. Zupancic dangles around, feeds it. Shot by Gibberta. Goalie saves it and sent it wide. Zupancic chasing the puck back behind the goal line. Dawgs send it around. O'Hara not able to hold it. And Dawgs are not going to go for a change on the forwards. Breakout pass sent the wrong way. Feed it out to Davis. Davis brings it to the center. Davis walks it around. Comes back out to the blue line. Posner has it. Chips it up. And Dawgs come away with it. 2:24 remaining as the Dawgs are back to full strength. Gales up 3-0. 2:24 remaining in the first period. Shots on net 16-1. Davis, Johnson, and Creel, Posner, and Evan Davis on defense. Davis wins the faceoff, sends it back to Posner, gets a shot, hits the player's legs, and goes wide. Evan Davis regroups, fishes up to Posner. Posner out to Johnson. Johnson feeds it up. Davis and Creel are in pursuit. Creel gets there first. Davis has it in the corner. Johnson gets a stick on it. Davis comes away with it. And it's like Davis is heading to the box for tripping as he got tangled up in the corner. Gale's going on the penalty kill. Two-minute penalty. That'll take us just a little over the end of the first period. Marsh. Wait for a fifth player to come out for the Dawgs. Marsh. Miller. Couchet. And Martin. Couchet almost comes away with it. Marsh steals it, sends it back into the corner. Puck comes back out. Martin said not to poke or to pinch up. Martin sends it up through the rafters. No stoppage of play. Marsh goes in for a solid hit. And they're going to say Marsh is going in the box now for elbow. All right. Gales now 5-on-3 for elbowing. Ref not really coordinating. Not sure why we're doing the face-off here. Gales win the face-off. Or not. I guess they said they should be sit down there, so a lot of odd calls happening here. Not sure why the face-off was in the neutral zone. But that'll be an icing call on the dog there. Tritton drops back on defense. Miller. Sorry, that was Miller, not Baldy. Miller gets a shot off. Clears it. No icing. High school rules. Gales go for a change. 50 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Cash Johnson in. Baldy and O'Hara. O'Hara comes back behind the goal line. Chips it off the glass. Held in, though. And fished out by Cash Johnson in the neutral zone. Dawgs send it in. Baldy picks it off. And sends it back. 23 seconds left in the period. O'Hara goes to walk it up. Hook checked off. Baldy sends it back. Picked off Johnson. That'll be the end of the first period. Going to start out the game 5-on-3 for about 6 seconds. Followed up by another 28 seconds of 5-on-4. Shots on net 18-1 in favor of the Gales. All right, kicking off the second period. Davis and Marsh back in the box. Evan Davis and Posner in at the blue line. Tritton in for your single forward. Kelly back at net. Getting a little bored. Ref waiting for the opposing team. Still one player down. All right, Tritton in for the face-off. Tritton wins it, but couldn't get it far enough back. Dawgs get a shot up on top of the net. Sorry, folks, overshot that one. Kelly, the block up in the air, and it landed right on top of the net. Stoppage play, face-off in the Gales' defensive zone. We are back to, we're up to 5-on-4 now. Dunnigan comes in. Dawgs win the face-off. Shot hit their player, and Tritton couldn't clear it. Comes back up to Evan Davis. Sends it up to the neutral zone, out to Tritton. Tritton on the full check. Sends it to Dunnigan. Dunnigan gets a shot, hits the glove and goes wide. Dunnigan sends it back across. Tritton hits the post. 2 seconds left. Dunnigan, the back check, poke checks it off, fishes it up, out to Tritton. Tritton couldn't hold. Now sends it up, hits a dog player's stick, no icing. Tritton comes off. Colin Davis back on after the penalty. Jennings, short side shot, hits a pad, goes wide. Davis comes in, gets a stick on it. Out to Miller. Miller's shot wide. Jennings with a shot wide of net. Davis comes in, goes out into the corner. Dawgs going to break out the other direction. Late offsides. Boys tag up. And it's sent across. Crochet almost picking it off. Comes out to. That'll be offsides. Davis, Crochet, and Swanson. Baldy and O'Hara. Davis wins the faceoff back to Baldy. Baldy sends it out to O'Hara. Up to Swanson. Swanson sends it in. And the boys get to work back behind the goal line. Shea gets it first. Sends it around to Swanson. Swanson. Shea battling in the corner. Davis high. Swanson trying to fish it out to the center. To the short side. Goal. Swanson. The goal makes it 4-0. 15:03 remaining in the second period. Marsh, Shiberta, and Stepancic in with Baldy and O'Hara. Sorry, Marsh sends it in. Stepancic with a poke check. Comes out to Shiberta. Shiberta. Stepancic gets a stick in there. O'Hara chips it up to Stepancic. Stepancic with a stick lift. Brings it to neutral zone. His poke checked. And Stepancic sends it across. And the boys tag up. Marsh feeds it into the zone. Comes back through the neutral zone. O'Hara now sends it airborne into the Gales' offensive zone. Marsh is in pursuit. Schroeder coming from the other side, picks it off. Stick it's on his as he gets a shot off. Puck comes back out to blue line. Posner had a shot. Now the ball dangling around in the Gales' offensive zone. Send it across. Creel trying to feed it back to Schroeder. Schroeder has it along the board. Sends it out to Posner. Posner just out of reach. And puck come the other direction. Evan Davis. The back check couldn't get there in time, and that will be an icing. Creel. Tritton wins it, brings it back, held in by Davis. Davis bangs it off the boards and sends it around to keep it in the zone. Creel, the hard hit. And Creel's going to head to the box. 11:30 remaining in the second period. Shots on net 22-2 here are the Gales. And the Gales are going to go on the penalty kill. Puck coming back into the Gales' defensive zone. Tritton, Posner, Cash Johnson, and Evan Davis. It's going to be a 2 and a 10. O'Hara heading to the box to cover the 2. Creel will take a 10-minute break. Gales clear. Gonna call charging on that one. Dawgs looking for a breakout option. Tritton flushes him out. Puck comes off the boards. Davis couldn't hold it along the blue line. Davis comes in and able to prevent a shot from getting off. Dawgs send it back around the boards. Evan Davis shot up in the air. Kelly with a second shot sends it wide. Evan Davis tries to send it out. Hits a player. Puck shot wide. Johnson sends it along the boards and up. Tritton gets his body in there and comes off the ice. Davis comes in. Johnson sends it deep. Davis is going to get there first. Face off in the Gales' offensive zone. Jennings, Davis, Martin, and Miller. Davis in for the face-off. Wins it, sends it back to Martin. Martin, shot. Glove save. Goalie. 41 seconds remaining with Miller. Miller chips it up and out. Across Davis in pursuit. Up through the neutral zone and into the Gales' defensive zone. Martin brings it around. 21 seconds remaining. Martin has it back behind the net, sends it out to Miller. Miller chips it up to the blue line. Just out of reach of Davis. And Gales mail it to the other side of the ice. Jennings is able to come away with it along the blue line. Jennings keeps it on the blue line, killing time, and chips it back deep into the Gales' offensive zone. Gales back to full strength. Marsh hits into the corner. Swanson and Trichet in. Martin and Miller still on the ice after the penalty. From the penalty kill. Martin shrugs off the forward, walks it up, sends it across, just behind Crochet. Crochet fishes it up. Gales are going to go on the power play. .8:56 remaining in the second period. Shots on net 23-3 in favor of the Gales. Gales up 4-0 as the Gales go on the power play. Marsh, Crochet, and Swanson, Baldy, and O'Hara. It's like they're going to throw two players in the box. See what the penalty is here. Gales win the face-off, get a shot off, but it's picked off on its way there. Marsh sends Crochet is cycled through. Crochet cycles it back up, trying to hit Swanson. Puck comes back out to Crochet. Crochet, face-off circles, centers it. Shot. O'Hara goalie able to hold on to that one. Stepancic and Shiberta. Gales win the face-off. Send it across to Baldy. Baldy is going to walk it up and fish it back into the corner. Stepancic battling in the corner. Be careful. We only have two refs in these games. No icing. O'Hara's going to get there first. Brings it around the corner. And flips it up to Tritton. Tritton sends it up to Stepancic. Stepancic racing for it. Able to keep it back behind the goal line. Beats it out to Baldy at the blue line. Baldy sends it across to O'Hara. O'Hara couldn't get a shot off. O'Hara walks up. Shot. Goal. O'Hara with goal, fifth of the game on the power play. Make it a 5-0 game. All right, fresh legs coming on the ice. Dunnigan, Johnson, Davis, Colin Davis, Evan Davis, both, and Posner. Posner's going to walk it up, and he sends it in. Cash Johnson can get there in the corner. Feeds it back around to Colin. Davis. Davis battles. Able to hold on to it. Fishes it up. And interference. Gales are going back on the power play. No, Dunnigan, sorry. Dunnigan heading to the box for interference. And they go on the penalty kill. Johnson, Davis, Posner, and Evan Davis. Gales win it and clear the puck. Johnson able to hold on to it. Has it in the corner. Buying time. 1:45 remaining. Walks it out to the blue line. He's going to take sweet time. Fishes it up. Back into the zone. Davis is in pursuit. Davis is going to beat player to the puck. Bring it back around. Davis walks it around. Able to dangle around. Gets hit along the boards. And Dawgs will bring it the other direction. And Gale sends it around. Cash Johnson. That was an elbow to the head. No call. Evan Davis now running the forecheck. Chips it back up to the blue line. Colin Davis couldn't get enough on it. Evan Davis does, though. One of the Davises will send it deep. And Swanson has it in the corner. Dangles around. 45 seconds left. Puck comes out of the zone. Martin has it at center ice. Dawgs bring it in. 30 seconds remaining in the penalty kill. Martin brings it around. Sends it. Bouncing puck on net. Gloved and sent wide by the goalie. Swanson. And Swanson's going to head to the box. It's a pretty late hit. All right, 5-on-3 for about 16 seconds. All right. It's like Tritton. Let's see who we have here. Tritton tries to send it around, hits the glass funny. In the neutral zone. Currently on Hattie watch for Tritton, who has 2 already. And Tritton sends it deep with 1:40 remaining. Dunnigan is going to go in. Picked off O'Hara. Holds it at the blue line. Tritton gets a stick on it. Dawgs sent it down to the Gales defensive zone behind the goal line. Sent it back out to the blue line. Couldn't hold it. Tritton comes in with a poke check, trying to get a breakaway the other direction. And Dawgs end up to send it deep. O'Hara's going to get there. Sends it across the boards, out to the blue line. Shot. It's a player, goes wide of the net. Fished back out along the post. It goes wide. It comes back out. Dunnigan chips it up the glass. And Tritton in pursuit. Held in, but they're going to say offsides. Couldn't get there in time. 47 seconds remaining. All right. Sure what we're doing here. Change forward set for the Dawgs. Marsh, Boucher, Posner, and Evan Davis. Dawgs send it around. Evan Davis sends it to clear it. Marsh sends it around the boards. Comes back up to Posner at the blue line. Posner winds up. Shot. Goal. Short-handed goal for Posner. 27 seconds remaining in the penalty kill, making it 6-0. .4:15 remaining in the second period. Davis, Colin Davis, Evan Davis, Schuberta, and I believe Stepancic. No, Posner. Davis is tied up. Puck comes back out to Schuberta. Schuberta feeds it through. Davis in pursuit. Brings it around. Has it at the goal line. Feeds it out to Evan Davis. Evan Davis shot. Sent wide by the goalie. Shot. Posner looking for a second one. Open ice hit by Davis. Davis with another hit. Seems a little pissed off. Schuberta brings it around. Feeds it out to Evan Davis, who sends it deep. Stepancic feeds it back in. Back to full force, 5-on-5. Puck comes out into the corner. Tritton couldn't head it off. Schuberta gets tangled up. Tritton sends it across to Schuberta. Schuberta shot, short side, loose out front, and covered by the goalie. Comes back out to Martin. Martin walks it up, shot. Had a stick on it, couldn't get enough on it. Stepancic tries following it up, but had a stick lift. Martin holds it in along the blue line. Couldn't get enough on it, and it's going to come back out. Tritton, who dropped back. Tritton sends it out to Miller. Miller walks it in. Shot. Hits the shin pads wide. Bounces back out in front of the net. The goalie sends it wide. Stepancic sends it in front. Tritton going for the short side. Tritton sends it back out to the blue line to Miller. Miller, shot. Hits a player. Miller winds up again. Shot. Hits a post. Goes wide. Stepancic trying to feed it back out to Miller. Dawgs have it. Stepancic comes in for a hit. Martin fishes it up. And the boys are getting back to work. Stepancic's going to try to head off the pass. Tritton, the hard hit along the boards. Stepancic hits Johnson. Johnson shot. Goal. Cash Johnson. I think it's 7-0. 2:02 remaining in the second period. All right. Marsh, Jennings, Dunnigan in with O'Hara and Baldy. Dawgs send it, try to get a shot, goes wide. O'Hara flips it up, hits the glass, and out of play. All right. Gales up 7-0. Now they 1:49 remaining in the second period. Dunnigan fishes up to himself. It's in a foot race. Couldn't get there in time. Jennings on the other side. Dunning does have it, actually. Gets a shot off, but couldn't follow it up. Baldy, O'Hara, Marsh, Jennings, and Dunnigan. Puck comes back out to O'Hara. O'Hara shot. Off the pad, loose out in front. Dunnigan battling, sends it back out to Marsh. Marsh closes off the passing lane. Marsh battling, brings it into the corner, trying to send it to center. Dunnigan's going to get there, sends it out to Baldy. Baldy, the shot, hits a player and into the net. Baldy brings up another one. Shot hit the Dawgs player, deflected in the air and floated. All right, that'll make it 8-0. Davis, Crochet, and Swanson. Davis wins it to Crochet. Crochet sends it to Evan Davis. Evan Davis trying to send it up. Couldn't get there. Davis couldn't hold on to it. Crochet battling along the blue line. And it's going to be offsides. Evan Davis and Bosner in. Dawgs end up winning that one. Shot wide of the net. Bosner has it. Fishes out to Evan Davis. 1 minute left in the second. Davis fishes out to Crochet and Swanson. But coming back the other direction. Shot. Evan Davis has it. Gets hit, but he sends it through the neutral zone. 38 seconds remaining. Swanson and Crochet unable to get enough on it. Davis comes in, able to separate it. Sends it to Davis. Davis to Davis after Crochet. Crochet is walking through the neutral zone. That's wide. 22 seconds left. Evan Davis. Evan Davis shot. Hits a player in the shin. Evan Davis sends it around the boards. .32 shots on net to 5. All right, scoreboard now with goals. 1 for Cash Johnson, 1 for Bosner, 1 for Schiberta, 1 for Swanson, 1 for O'Hara, 1 for Baldy, 2 for Tritton. And assists spread out as well. Shea with 2 assists, Baldy with an assist, and Jennings with assist. Frankie with an assist hat trick with 3. Creel and 2 and 10. We call this charging. Tridden, Johnson, and Schiberta in now. Start out the third period. Fresh 15 minutes up on the board. Martin Miller at the blue line. Gales win the face-off back to Martin. Martin walks it up through the center, gets tied up, and that's going to be tripping. Martin got tangled up. Gales on the power play. Not sure what they're doing here. Looks like they're sending another player in the box. Currently 3 players in. Martin brings it up, getting tied up through the neutral zone. Brings it in. Shot. Goal. Coast-to-coast goal. 25 seconds in to the power play. Creel out of the box. Gales up 9-0. Marsh sends it out to O'Hara. Couldn't hold on to it. Fishes out to Marsh. Marsh up to Jennings. Jennings battling one of the boards. Puck comes out towards the center. O'Hara flicks it up to Marsh, who sends it to Zapanzik. Zapanzik thought he was going to bring that one in. Comes back out to... Nope. Marsh tries feeding it back up. O'Hara gets a stick on it. Gets a check in. Puck come back the other direction. Baldy with a hard hit. Kelly, diving save. Kelly able to prevent a goal. All right, clock is running here due to the score of 9-0. Shots on net, 33-6 in favor of the Gales. Davis and Cruchet will come in with Swanson. Davis with a hit along the boards. Gozer feeds it up to Cruchet. Gets to work back behind the goal line. Swanson there in support. Davison on the high side. Davis stops, break up the other direction. Evan Davis. And goal. Sorry about that. Had some audio issues. Gales up 9-1. 7:55 remaining in the game. Off. Net. Miller couldn't hold on to it. Sent out in front. Shot. Sent out front. The shot up and into the netting. 7:25 remaining in the third. Dawgs putting in a little bit more pressure. Gale's not playing as aggressive, except for Sapancic. He feeds it out to Dunnigan. Dunnigan's got speed. Stops. Tries feeding it. Gets it out to Marsh. Marsh shot. Hits the pad and goes wide. Comes back around the boards out to Martin. Martin walks it up. Shot. Loose out front. Martin with a hit on the shot as well. Comes back out to Martin. Couldn't get there in time. Martin stops the breakout pass the other direction. Brings it to the opposing side. Goal, Martin. (10-1) with 6:25 remaining. Jennings, Johnson, and Davis with Evan Davis and O'Hara. Davis wins it back out to O'Hara. O'Hara walks it up, feeds it in. Johnson has it back behind the goal line. Davis drop back. O'Hara brings it around the boards. Behind the net, feeds it out front, picked off. Evan Davis goes to send it back in, hits a player. Dawgs for a passing option. Bring it the other direction. Almost picked up by Jennings. And that'll be offsides. Creel, Tritton, and Swanson and Posner. I believe Miller, blue line. 5:20 remaining. Tritton for the faceoff. Dawgs win it, but send it out to the defense. Players holding along the boards now. 4:52 remaining. Tritton in the high position, face-off circle. Ref saying they're not going to blow the whistle. You got to look for it. Comes back out to Posner. Posner walks it. Shot. Creel tries to get a stick in there. Swanson keeps it in play. Comes back out to Tritton. Tritton shot. Short side. Creel right there in the crease. Another shot from the blue line. Miller hits a player on the shot. Kind of loose across. And with two sends it wide. Miller hits Swanson on the way out, but that's going to be an icing. Face off coming back to the Gales defensive zone. Shea, Schiberta, and Marsh. Martin and Evan Davis in on defense. Dawgs win it. Shot wide. Schiberta gets that first, feeds it across. Turnover, though. Couldn't hit the center. Shot, and Kelly's there to save it. That'll be shot number 14 for the Dawgs. Count for the Gales currently at 36, 3:20 remaining. Shea feeds it up to Schiberta. Schiberta couldn't hold on to it. Had a stick lift. Goes back the other direction. Kelly stopping it. Or Martin. Martin brushes off the forward. Dingles around. Shot off the pad. Still working low. Sends it back up to Shiberta. Shiberta sends it across to Evan Davis. Evan Davis, shot. And goalie able to glove that one. All right. O'Hara coming in with Miller, Jennings, Dunnigan, and Davis for your forwards. 2:22 remaining. Puck loose at the rest feet. Miller gloves it and sends it back deep. Miller walks it back up. Shot. Shot Miller gloved. Bouncing puck on the faceoff. Then again, Jennings working in the corner. Puck comes out, gets around Davis at the wall. Caden O'Hara brings it, goes back for a regroup. It's Jennings. Jennings brings it around. It's tripped up a little bit. It brings it in. It's tied up. No tripping call. Davis has it. Sends it out to Miller. Miller shot off the goalie's pads and wide. And we're back to the wall again. Jennings has it. 1 minute left in the game. Jennings walks it behind the goal. Still has it at his feet. Davis comes away with it. Tries sending it back out to Miller, but it's picked off. O'Hara gets a stick on it. Sends it wide. O'Hara reads across. Kelly pulls it there for him. Sends it out to Winger. No icing. 33 seconds left in the game. Tritton coming in, try to finish the hat trick. Players get tangled up for the Dawgs. Spancic picks off the breakout the other direction. Puck's in the neutral zone. No icing. It was on net. Posner, 15 seconds. Chips it up. No ice. Back out to the goalie. Goalie stops it for the defenseman. Creel gets a stick lift in there. Sends back out. Spancic. Tritton couldn't get the Hattie. One shy in the last few seconds. Gets a shot off. All right. That'll finish it for the evening. We'll finish it for the day. Gales come away with a win. 10-1. Shots on net 39-13 in favor of the Gales. Spancic comes away with 3 assists. Johnson with a goal. Jennings with an assist. Posner with a goal. Martin with 2. Gilberta with 1. Swanson with a goal. O'Hara with a goal. Ollie with a goal and assist. Boucher with 2 assists. Tritton with 2 goals. All right. Next game tomorrow here at Las Vegas Ice Center in the North Rink, where the Gales will take on the PSD Prospects. Game's at 2:35 p.m. Pacific time. The game on Sunday morning will be at 9:35 a.m. here at Las Vegas Ice Center. Same rink, same sheet, where the Gales will be playing the Tri-Valley Blue Devils. There will be a semifinal game or consolation Sunday evening, and the championship game for the tournament happening on Monday. All right, everybody, thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.